it is time to review the movie that stressed me out the most of all movies released in 2021. And I mean that as a very high compliment. Let's talk about Adam McKay's new movie, Don't Look Up. The movie stars Jennifer Lawrence as Kate Dibiasky. She's an astronomy grad student who discovers a comet heading directly for Earth. Along with her professor, Leonardo DiCaprio's Dr. Mindy, Kate tries to convince the president, played by Meryl Streep, to take the necessary steps to stop the comet from completely obliterating the planet. As we've seen in many other end-of-the-world disaster movies, when something like this happens, everyone bands together and pushes aside their differences in order to save Earth from a comet classified as a planet killer. But here, President Orlean and a slew of other people that Kate and Dr. Mindy encounter throughout the movie make frustratingly narrow-minded, short-sighted, and just plain old selfish decisions that put mankind at greater and greater risk of extinction. What a wildly effective film. Don't Look Up played more like a horror movie to me than anything else. It really is a spot-on satire that may feel quite heightened, but mostly it's deeply disturbing how true to life a lot of this behavior seems, especially given things we have actually seen happen in real life very, very recently. And what makes that element of the movie hit especially hard is that most of those characters making those poor decisions are given quite a few opportunities to do the right thing and make a difference. With some, even though I did know they would keep choosing the wrong path, I still somehow found myself holding on to the tiniest slivers of hope just to be repeatedly disappointed by their actions again and again. Again, a true-to-life sensation there. I kind of fear that that description might paint Don't Look Up as a totally miserable and gloomy watch, and it is in many ways. It is a pretty accurate reflection of a lot of the mistakes many make, but I did find that it doesn't present all of that in a you might as well give up because we're all screwed kind of fashion. I think that really shines through with Kate in particular, but also a number of other characters serve as very effective reminders that there are folks out there who are willing to risk it all for the greater good. And for a more specific example of the good that you can take from Don't Look Up, I won't spoil the moment here because I did find it to be one of the most powerful lines of dialogue in the entire movie, but there's something that's said by Leonardo DiCaprio's character towards the very end of the film that I don't think I'll ever stop thinking about and don't ever want to stop thinking about. For me, it is a thought that I think could really make my life richer to keep reminding myself of. So I'm going to keep doing it. Performance-wise now, do you even need me to tell you this cast is filled with aces all around? Lawrence is the fiery force a role like Kate needed and also does an excellent job weaving in moments of intense and raw devastation and fear. DiCaprio's Dr. Mindy goes on quite the journey in this movie, and somehow DiCaprio never lets you forget the guy that you met at the very, very beginning of the film, which really does make his arc especially powerful. Then when it comes to Streep, Jonah Hill, and also Mark Rylance, they all get very one-note characters by design, and they all really embrace the opportunity to go to those extremes to great effect, where, man, every move they make just gets more and more sickening. There's something about Cate Blanchett's character, though, that might have gotten under my skin the most, and reminder here, those are all negative descriptors to address things that I thought were very well done in the movie, so I just wanted to clarify that here. Her character, Brie, is the co-host of this highly influential morning talk show called The Daily Rip. With Streep, Hill, and Rylance, we see their characters in the public eye very often. There are some, quieter one-on-one conversations they have, but those are mostly laser focused on their work, With Blanchett, however, we get some off-air scenes with Brie that feel just deeply personal, and I think further highlight the fact that she's very well aware of the ramifications of the decisions that she's making and just doesn't care. And watching that all get emphasized more and more as the movie goes on was especially upsetting. Going behind the scenes a bit now, like with a lot of his films, and I guess The Big Short and Vice in particular, it feels like Don't Look Up really needed to be both written and directed by Adam McKay. A sharp and searing script like this just pairs so perfectly with the quick pace and the rhythm that McKay establishes, which is, of course, also very, very well supported and enhanced by editor Hank Corwin. Oh, and Nicholas Britell, is he even human? He is just above and beyond one of the best composers we have, and I think his work on Don't Look Up needs to get him that third Academy Award nomination. At the very least, maybe a win. Wouldn't be mad about that. And then, if we had an Academy Award category for casting director, I would bet that Francie Maisler would have a whole bunch of nominations to her name, but I would certainly want to see her honored for this just perfectly cast film as well. All right, score time. I am giving Don't Look Up 4.5 Deweys out of 5 on the Dewey Decimovie scale. Part of me is tempted to say that this movie is too good given how much sleep I lost from it, but if you earn that kind of response from me, and Don't Look Up certainly does, job very well done. But again, I did find a more hopeful thread in the midst of all of this chaos and bad behavior, and you know what? Right now, I am choosing to hold very tight to that in particular. All right, that is where I leave you on Don't Look Up. When you check out the movie, you know what I like you to do. Hit the comment section below and share your own thoughts on it right there. I love hearing what you all have to think as well. Now it's time for a group of Patreon shoutouts. These guys are the best. They are John Gregory, MK Songbird, Tommy, Andrew, Rick, and Travis. Such great individuals there that I so deeply appreciate. You're all longtime members of the campaign, and I think the world of you. So again, thank you for being you, and thank you for being here. Also, a big thanks to everybody out there watching this review. Please like it and share it before you leave, and stay tuned. So much more award season coverage, end of the year coverage, maybe a montage down the line. It's coming your way soon.